competition. Hockey night in Utica, just a couple of more of these left this season. The Comets looking to finish the year, though, strong. Tonight hosting the North Division rival Toronto Marlies.
And while the playoffs aren't in the cards this season, there's still a lot to play for. Joining us now live at the Adirondack Bank Center to break it all down, Sports Director Spencer Davidson. Good evening, Spencer.
Yeah, good evening, Jason and Kristen. Hello, everybody. It's hard to believe, but it's the final week of the AHL regular season. Just 3 games left. 2 of them here at home in the cozy confines of the Adirondack Bank Center for the 2024-25 campaign. Now, it's the penultimate hockey night in Utica. We've got one here tonight, another one here coming up on Friday. Let's take a look at the remaining docket for the 2024-25 season. Again, the Comets facing off with the Toronto Marlies tonight before closing out the year with a home-and-home against arch-rival Syracuse Crunch, hosting their thruway rivals here on Friday for the final home game before the season finale on Saturday in Syracuse. Now, you might be asking why, if the Comets' playoff fate is already sealed, what's there still left at stake? What's there to play for here in these final 3 games? And that's a very good question, and there are actually a lot of different answers for that. Let's take a look at the North Division standings to get started on those answers, and you can see only Laval and Rochester have officially clinched a playoff spot still to this point. Every other team from Syracuse to Belleville could still all make or miss the postseason. Now, with that, Utica has the chance to play spoiler. A win tonight over Toronto and a Senators win over the Rocket tonight could have the Marlies sweating a little bit heading into the final weekend, as the Sens would pull within 2 points of them for that 5th spot. Now, meanwhile, Syracuse takes on the Hershey Bears tonight and need just 1 point the rest of the way to clinch. So, if the Crunch lose tonight, Belleville wins and the Comets beat Syracuse in the final 2 games, and all of a sudden, the Crunch's seemingly comfortable seat in 3rd could be in jeopardy. And for Utica individually, they come into the night just 1 game under 500 at 30-31-6-2. A win tonight would even their record for the first time all season long, with 3 victories guaranteeing a winning record and 2 getting them to at least even, despite starting the year with 13 straight losses, which would honestly be quite the feather in the cap for this season. And then also the next crop. The Comets have a few newcomers or Devils prospects joining them for the final stretch to get their feet wet at the pro level. I'll have a little bit more on that coming up tonight at 6, as well as a little bit closer look at this matchup here tonight against the Marlies. It's the penultimate hockey night in Utica. Again, hard to believe that we're already at this point, but still a lot to play for, guys.
Yeah, and just to have a good time out in Utica tonight.
Yeah, go enjoy a game for crying out loud.
Midweek, enjoy it.
Get
Spencer,
out.
thank you.
Here's what the team is working on for News Channel 2 at 6. Congresswoman Elise.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
It is hockey night in Utica, the penultimate edition here at the Adirondack Bank Center this season. The Comets have just 3 games remaining here in the 2024-25 campaign, 2 of them here at home. So let's savor this, shall we? It should be a fun Wednesday night here in downtown Utica. Let's take a look at the remaining schedule. Here's what we got left. The Comets facing off here tonight against the Toronto Marlies before closing out the 2024-25 season with a home-and-home against arch-rival Syracuse Crunch. The thruway foes will be here at the Aud on Friday for Utica's final home game before the finale on Saturday out in Syracuse. Now, as we know, the Comets' playoff fate has been sealed. They've been officially eliminated from postseason contention, so there will be no playoffs here in Utica for the 2nd straight season. And so you might be asking yourself what's there still to play for, but there's still plenty to watch in these final 3 games. I went over it a little bit at 5 o'clock, but in case you missed it, let's take a look at the standings, at what we've got going on here. You can see in the North Division, only Laval and Rochester have officially clinched a playoff spot still to this point. Every other team, from Syracuse in 3rd to Belleville in 6th, could all still make or miss the postseason. With that, Utica has the chance to play spoiler. Wins tonight over Toronto and on both Friday and Saturday against Syracuse, combined with Belleville Senators wins, could make things very interesting for all teams involved heading into the final weekend. Now for Utica individually, despite starting the year with 13 straight losses, the Comets, they come into the night with the chance to even their record at 500 for the first time this season with a win. 3 victories from here on out would guarantee them a winning record, with 2 getting them to at least finish even, which would be honestly a heck of an accomplishment as this group has grinded back all season long. Now this is the 4th and obviously final meeting of the season between Utica and Toronto. The Comets come in 2-1 against the Marlies this year, including a 2-1 overtime victory north of the border just a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of the month. Utica also won the only matchup here at the Aud against Toronto, 4-1 back in January. Now a win tonight would give the Comets a 3-1 edge in the season series this year, which, given Utica's past struggles against the Marlies, just 7-10, 1-1 head-to-head the past 5 years, it would certainly be another positive to take away from this season. The Comets also have some exciting prospects entering the fold in the final stretch to get their feet wet at the pro level, including forward Shane LaChance, who the parent club New Jersey Devils signed to a 2-year entry-level contract beginning next season earlier today. Now he's inked an AHL deal for the remainder of this year with the Comets after 2 seasons at Boston University. The Massachusetts native is the son of former NHL veteran Scott LaChance, who's now the Devils' head of U.S. scouting. Shane was acquired by New Jersey in a trade on March 4th with the Edmonton Oilers. At 6'5" and with 57 points in 80 collegiate games, he's an exciting guy to keep an eye on. And he's not expected to be in the lineup tonight, but he could be making his pro debut here in Utica on Friday. Now, a couple of Devils prospects that are expected in the lineup tonight. Forward Josh Philman, who was recalled from the ECHL's Adirondack Thunder on Monday. He's appeared in 9 games previously for Utica this season. And Cam Squires, forward out of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, New Jersey's 4th-round pick in the 2023 NHL draft. He will be making his professional debut here tonight. So here we go, the penultimate edition of Hockey Night in Utica here at the Adirondack Bank Center. The Comets and Marlies dropping the puck here at the top of the hour. They'll hit the ice for warm-ups in just a few minutes from now, and I'll have highlights and much more coming your way tonight at 11. News Channel 2 at 6. We'll wrap up after the break.
From the sports station, here's News Channel 2 Sports Director Spencer Davidson.
Good evening. It's the final week of the AHL regular season. Just 3 games remaining for the Utica Comets heading into the night. 2 of them are here at home, and although there won't be any postseason for the 2nd straight year, still a lot to play for, as the team can play spoiler for others in the division and can even get to 500 with a win tonight. It is Hockey Night in Utica, folks, the penultimate edition this year. Oh, Canada. The Comets welcoming in our neighbors to the north, the Toronto Marlies, for their 4th meeting. Utica 2-1 head-to-head so far. Devils prospect Cam Squires, 4th-round pick in 2023, just turned 20 years old last Friday, making his pro debut out of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League tonight. First period, Comets on a rush up ice. Xavier Perron and Max Willman with a give and go. Matt Murray, 2-time Stanley Cup champion, with a stuffing Perron point blank on a big chance, and then checking to see if the cage is solidly in place. Well, it was, and shortly after, Squires would prove it off the face-off. The rookie in his AHL debut, wristing it upstairs, beating a 147 NHL game winner for his first professional goal. What a moment as Utica gains a 1-0 edge after 1. Doesn't take long for the Marlies to respond in the second, though. Just 34 seconds in, Nick Abruzzese off the give and go with Logan Shaw, teeing it up, knotting the game at 1. Just over 3 minutes into the middle frame, Comets back on the attack. Colton White named Utica's selection for Man of the Year yesterday, and the man of the moment there picks the corner from the sharp angle to put the Comets back on top, 2-1. That's where I left it after 40 minutes, but boy, did it take a turn from there. Still 2-1 with 7.5 minutes remaining. William Villeneuve cleaning up the trash in front, ties it up, and then the floodgates just open. A couple minutes later, Alex Steeves beats Isaac Poulter with a spin-around snapper to give Toronto a 3-2 lead. Then Shaw, with just over 2 minutes to go, gives the Marlies some insurance. Jacob Quelan then adds another about 30 seconds after that, and then Alex Nylander rounds out the scoring right off the ensuing face-off. That escalated quickly. Comets give up 5 goals in the 3rd period, including 3 in just 21 seconds, as the bottom falls out and Utica falls 6-2. Okay then, disappointing finish there. Taking a look at the standings after tonight's results, with an overtime win over the Hershey Bears, you can see right there, the Syracuse Crunch, they got that X next to their name. They've officially clinched a playoff spot. And with the win over Utica, Toronto moves ahead of Cleveland, who lost tonight, into 4th place. And the Belleville Senators beat the division champ Laval Rocket, bringing them to within 3 points now of the Monsters for that 5th and final playoff spot. So things getting very interesting. The Comets, just 2 games remaining in the 2024-25 season, both against the Crunch. They'll host their rivals on Friday for their final home game of the year, then close things out on Saturday in Syracuse. Utica must win both games to be able to finish at an even 500. Well, across town today, some history was